Indeed, it is a packed game and it's going to be really, really tense from beginning to end. We are getting started and let's see what these guys are going to be able to do.
Yeah, so because this was before you and I actually began on this broadcast, I'm a little bit curious as to how Aarom and Himwy were able to take it over Tax and Serenity. Because, I mean, just based on the sets that we've been able to see from Tax and Serenity in the elimination bracket, they are looking pretty unstoppable so far.
Yeah, they've been looking incredibly solid throughout the entire bracket. Aarom and Himwy, I mean, they managed to get this deep into the bracket and we were only able to see them play for one set, which was against LePlum and Keith. They lost that set, but that might not be telling the entire story. That might be making us a bit biased into not really understanding how strong these guys are because they have that initial lead already.
And the story they're telling is, how about you guys start with 2 stocks in this first game? Serenity and Tax just cannot seem to find their footing. A little bit of miscommunication though on the side of Aarom hitting their teammate. That forces the knockout onto Himwy, and Aarom soon to follow evened it right back up.
By the looks of what kind of team combo Serenity and taxiivation were able to slip in there, that looked more like discombobulation than it did miscommunication. They able to sneak in those attacks, and I mean, Aarom and Himwy, even some of the best players in the region, they're gonna be at a loss of what to do.
Yeah, and I think Serenity went a little bit hard looking for the reversal off stage, ran out of resources there, and now falls to last. Taxiivation trying to even it back up right there on the right side, up against Aarom, not going to get too much after that. Himwy on that cannon, though. We saw how deadly this weapon can be. Ooh, committing right
coming out.
Yeah.
The downlight, I mean, you're trying to punish a Wushang D signature, that's a tall order, but that dashing out like that, very, very good movement. Team combo potential, not able to close it out though. Serenity and taxiivation are starting to get quite damaged here, especially Serenity. I'm looking at a last stock orange. Both of these players have showed their ability to clutch up when it is needed, but you're going to get up against Himwy and Aarom.
Himwy hanging on to the stock as well. Serenity falls into red now. This is super, super scary. Himwy will hang on for a bit longer and is able to touch the ground once again. Oh my gosh, Aarom looking on the GC right there to really close that one out, or at least get a ton of damage in onto Tax.
Oh, beautiful conversion. Super good pickup. Not only is getting that nair to begin with is super good, but calculating the bounce and getting the access there in as well, that comes with only experience. So
Tax!
Again.
What a swing!
I was starting to doubt. I can't lie, I was starting to doubt, but taxiivation and Serenity, they're proving their worth time and time again. Himwy is still in it to win it though. He's in the 1v2, cannon in hand. It's going to be hard to close out, but he definitely has the potential.
Okay, Himwy trying to get a little bit of a read on taxiivation's dodge patterns, but he might not have enough time, and he doesn't. Taxiivation and Serenity swing that one back in their favor. I don't know if we had a viewer vote for this one, but I think chat always believed.
Taxiivation and Serenity, at this point, I can't really say anything more than this might just be momentum. Of course, they are amazing players. It's not like they aren't, but you give amazing players a ton of momentum, and they're just going to be unstoppable. Himwy and Aarom, they were able to take the entire set off of them previously, but, you know, they have been chilling. We had this discussion earlier. They have been chilling for a long time in the elimination side, and, I mean, taxiivation and Serenity, we're seeing a little bit of a snowball effect on their side.
Yeah, we call it the hot hand syndrome sometimes, but it was proven to be a fallacy in some ways. But let's see, can Aarom and Himwy start to warm up in this set? Because it really looked like they had that first game in the bag until Tax found that crazy turnaround.
And again, the dreaded 3-1 scoreboard result. It is the only reason I bring that up is because that's what taxiivation and Serenity got against Himwy and Aarom last time around. Which would definitely be unfortunate, but the way that taxiivation and Serenity are starting the second game, it doesn't look like that is going to happen.
Okay, quick little lead here on the side of blue, but taxiivation is in the red right now, so anything could do it. Commits with that recovery. Himwy gets the reversal, but it's not going to be a KO off the top. What an angle right there from Himwy.
Himwy able to come in with a quick D-light in there, taking that stock off of taxiivation. Serenity now soon to follow. Himwy is absolutely comboing these guys left and right to finish up these stocks. Meanwhile, Aarom still chilling on that first stock. The start looked a bit rough, but they are slowly coming together. As I say so, though, Serenity and taxiivation. Yeah.
Okay, Himwy trying to get a little bit of 1v2 action, says, Aarom, take your time coming back. I'm gonna get some damage on both of these fellas. Wow, taxiivation covering the gaps right there in that edgeguard sequence so perfectly right there. Makes Himwy fall to last, and Aarom as well.
In the last 15 seconds of that stock, taxiivation and Serenity had 4 potential team combos and 1 successful team combos. They keep setting these up so often. Aarom and Himwy need to find a way to position around it. They need to start sandwiching them instead of getting sandwiched themselves.
That's right. Okay, Tax getting a little bit in the mix right there. I believe hit Serenity off the left side and allowed Himwy to pick up the 1-2 punch right there to get it 1 stock across the board again.
It's not over yet. They're still in the game. They have a weapon advantage over taxiivation. Almost able to pick up a read there, which would have been massive. Trying to go for the massive commitment. Taxiivation, he's starting to feel the pressure. He's just trying to chill a bit, throwing out a couple of double jumps, going for that nair, wants to stay safe. That could have been the knockout on Himwy if he able to connect the double D-light, but Himwy able to get out of it.
And my eyes are all over Himwy right now. I mean, he took some of that game 1 data on taxiivation's dodge patterns right there, tried to get the full commit onto him early. It is high damage for red team. It's all up to Aarom now in the 1v1 against Serenity, but Serenity has been in this position so many times in the elimination bracket.
Serenity now. He's proved his 1v1 worth previously. He's gonna have to do it again, and he will do so without failure. 2-0 on the bracket. This won't be a 3-1. It could go even further. Aarom and Himwy, they need to level up at this instant, because it is evident taxiivation and Serenity definitely did level up in the elimination side.
Polly, 4 games in a row where Serenity has fallen down to being the last player on the team with stocks remaining. 4 games in a row Serenity has won. That is unbelievable. They may be able to get a 3-0 in reply to the team that put them in the elimination bracket in the first place.
If I'm Aarom and Himwy right now, I mean, I am starting to get a little bit nervous, because these are the guys that you 3-1. You denied them top 8 into winners. I mean, what happened to those players that you were able to beat? These are 2 completely different players.
Okay, offstage is Serenity right now. Won't get too much after that, but taxiivation dicing up Aarom on the left side right here. Aarom disarmed as well.
Trying to take some of that center stage control. We are seeing a couple of traded signature attacks coming out, and it is going to be Himwy and Aarom coming out on top, as they're able to close it out on taxiivation as well. No stocks on Himwy and Aarom yet.
Yeah, pretty great momentum, but I mean, this has been pretty much the same song and dance we've seen in the first 2 games, right? Aarom and Himwy look like they have real solid momentum, and then taxiivation and Serenity just put some pieces together. They find it right here to equalize. Quick little 3-piece right there, not going to get too much after it. Aarom looking for the recovery right there, but great GC from Himwy. Not going to find the KO off the top, but that was good damage regardless to bring things back.
3 pairs of gauntlets right now on the screen. DC comes out. Himwy trying to go for the follow-up there, but it won't come to that, at least not yet. Tries to go for the nair and won't be able to pick up it on Serenity. This is so even.
Serenity trying to get a little bit sneaky right there, weaving around Himwy, but Himwy said, I will not be fooled today. Serenity now on last stock. Let's see, is it going to be 1 on taxiivation? Tax does not bite with the dodge.
Both of them, both of these teams, I mean, the red team's offense is being matched by blue team's defense and vice versa, and they're also both kind of the same level of offense slash defense. It's so back and forth. There's so many revenge hits, and it's all in all just so even. It could still be anyone's game. Serenity and taxiivation are a little bit behind, but you mentioned it before. We have seen them succeed in this area, even in this matchup, even in this set.
Yeah, and as you were saying all that, Polly, I mean, the positional advantage was very cleanly in Blue's favor, right? This inside-out strategy of Serenity and Tax being able to play both ledges and be able to do edge guards against both red team members, bringing it down to last for everyone once again.
Serenity and taxiivation are getting more damage than we have seen them before in these circumstances before. And Himwy, I mean, Himwy's cannon has been phenomenal at picking up these knockouts. You see him going for these GCD lights, and you know that stocks are about to go flying on either Serenity or taxiivation soon.
Himwy looking for that opening, finds it on Serenity first. Oh wow, Serenity breaks up all the action right here, but will be the first one to fall. taxiivation now forced into the 1v2, and it's not gonna matter. Himwy and Aarom on the board.
Went for that D-light into the 200 IQ, dodge down to try and find something into Aarom, but he just throws out that Wushang spear neutral signature, and there is not much escaping that.
Could it be the beginning of the tides of change, Polly?
It could be. It could be. Himwy and Aarom, they've done it before. In this rematch, they were the ones. They have a 1-0 on the history in just this tournament.
Let's see. We run it right back. Himwy on that cannon has been a threat. He picks it up first.
Immediately, we're seeing some potential sandwiches. Aarom going for that end light as well, trying to get something started onto Serenity, but it's going to be yet again a couple of falls onto either player. But Himwy and Aarom, they're the first players to really be able to get something started, and it's because taxiivation, I'm not sure what happened. I missed it. He went off the side of the stage.
Yeah, under the
I'm not
stage
sure if
right
he.
there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he miscalculated his options, but he went down very early there.
Okay, that could be a great swing for red team right here. Himwy will not find that KO off the right side. Tax will get one off the right instead, but Himwy quick with it off the cannon. The stocks are flying, Polly. Everyone's got to.
Stocks are flying indeed. taxiivation already down in orange though. Aarom only in that light yellow. Gets that side signature in. That's massive. It sets up a 2v1 scenario which they will use to get a team combo. And this is how they rack up their damage. This is how they get these leads.
Yeah, and all credit to Aarom right there, going for the target swap, really looking like he was going to full commit onto Serenity and says, you know what, I'm actually just going to put you in so much damage, Tax, that you're going to lose the stock eventually as well. This is a great lead for red. It might extend even further right now.
There comes out end light from Aarom is going to be enough to seal the deal, and it's 4 stocks against 2 now. taxiivation is in a dangerous situation. Instead of cowarding, he goes in with a gauntlet recovery, almost enough to knock both of them out. It's only going to take a couple more hits to seal the deal for Aarom, but Himwy is still sustaining in stock. Not for long though.
It's that response, fight, flight, or freeze, and it looks like red team only wants the hands coming in right now. We're on last stock again for everyone. Of course, why wouldn't it be this way? But what does Serenity and Tax need to do to stay in this battle? Okay, double gauntlets here for red. Can they get too much after it? No.
Able to pick up that combo, but Himwy interrupting the potential team combo with an end light.
Oh no,
Still
Aarom's in a bad position. Okay.
All players very close to getting knocked out now. Any hit could be the deciding one. GCDL recovery comes out. That's a 2v1 now. Aarom and Himwy got Serenity in.
Surely it's not 5 in a row.
With a ground pound and a weapon throw, and they just keep the pressure building. There's no coming back from this, but Serenity somehow still manages to do so.
And the streak had to end eventually, Polly. Serenity falls down as the last player on blue side, but cannot bring this one home. The deficit was just too large, and now the threat of a reverse 3-0 looms.
A reverse 3-0 after this much momentum, but I suppose that is also one of the dangers of having so much momentum. Once that momentum stops, I mean, when you have momentum, you're not really yourself, right? You're kind of transforming into this leveled up version of yourself. Whenever you lose that momentum, you go back down to baseline. You need to somehow find that flow state again, and that's definitely not easy.
100%. This could be a falling back to earth moment for Serenity and taxiivation right now. They just need one singular game to close this out and stay in the mix. But again, Himwy and Aarom have looked so strong, and the momentum firmly in their favor.
Yeah, Himwy and Aarom. A reverse 3-0 would be a dream scenario for them to be able to get a rematch in the grand finals. But taxiivation and Serenity have other plans as we see another beautifully executed team combo coming out. Serenity committing to the offstage play as well. Himwy is going to be able to sweep in though and protect his teammate.
Okay, Serenity committing a little bit towards the left side right there. Himwy there to pick up the pieces, play a little bit of defense right now. So now it's Serenity off the left side. Okay, quick little team combo onto Himwy, but taxiivation is gonna find it right there.
GC neutral signature would have been devastating, but Aarom doesn't fall for those tricks. It's going to be Serenity going down instead. Only their first stock though. Himwy and Aarom, that's a different story. Aarom hasn't lost any yet.
Wow, look at the way Tax was just playing defense right there, just waiting for Aarom to press a button, knowing that he could just swoop right in, find the stock and reply. Great patience there from blue team. It's looking like they're starting to find their footing here, Polly. Here we go.
This is the thing, Himwy is so damaged every time he gets hit away. taxiivation and Serenity have an opportunity to go for a 2v1. Aarom, he is so unfazed. He keeps going into into 1v2 situations. A lot of times it works out, but taxiivation and Serenity, once they get that 2v2 combo started, it is devastating.
Yep. So much respect from Serenity right there, not wanting to go in and disrupt anything that Tax is planning right now. Aarom's gonna fall to last off the right side. Himwy's forced into a 2v1 right now, but Serenity says, I want all the smoke.
taxiivation able to get in with a nair, but Aarom is able to return the favor, this time with a recovery. Taking that stock off Serenity and taxiivation. They're so close to sealing the deal. Both Himwy and Aarom so damaged here.
For sure. You are so right. And I mean, I really worry that that window of opportunity where Serenity was forced into the 1v2 is what they needed to stay in this right now. Serenity's still hanging on to an extra stock. taxiivation potentially falling right here.
What an intense encounter. Serenity goes down, still has one stock left. They need to get this stock off of taxiivation now. And they might get it. No, they go for the team combo instead. taxiivation gets back up, but Serenity is already in yellow now.
Himwy in deep red as well. Oh my gosh, Polly! It's gonna be the 2v1 over for Aarom. Can it be done? I don't think
Yes! It's going to be in Serenity and taxiivation. How do they do it? Yes, indeed. They're gonna close it out.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe it, man. We talked about momentum through the bracket for these two, Serenity and taxiivation, just looking so unstoppable.